Constantly thinking about someone might seem like just a quirk of the mind, but what if there's a deeper spiritual explanation behind it? These persistent thoughts may be more than mere coincidences, revealing energetic connections that shape your life in ways you can't even imagine. By exploring the true spiritual meaning behind this phenomenon, you can uncover hidden secrets about your own soul and the invisible bonds that weave your reality. Get ready for a journey of discovery that goes beyond the ordinary, touching the depths of your subconscious and bringing to light truths that could transform your perception. There are times when someone occupies our thoughts so persistently that it seems impossible to ignore their presence in our mind. This sensation might be more than just a simple coincidence, revealing a deep spiritual and energetic connection that transcends the physical barriers. These connections, often invisible to the naked eye, manifest in the subconscious as repeated and intense thoughts, suggesting the existence of energetic bonds that link us to other souls. These bonds are projections of energy that become tangible within us, influencing how we perceive and interact with the world around us. These energetic bonds aren't formed by chance. Often, they are established between souls that share a significant spiritual connection, such as members of a soul family or even a twin flame. This spiritual closeness causes thoughts about these people to be frequent, as if their energy is continually projecting toward us, creating a resonance that reverberates in our thoughts. A classic example is thinking about someone and soon after receiving a message or call from that person, as if a silent communication is occurring on a deeper level. This type of spiritual connection can be powerful and transformative. When two souls are energetically linked, they constantly exchange energy, and this exchange manifests in persistent thoughts that seem to arise out of nowhere. This silent communication reflects the spiritual bonds that connect us, revealing that our interactions go beyond simple physical contact. When we allow ourselves to recognize and understand these bonds, we begin to perceive how our energies are intertwined with others, shaping our experiences and emotions in subtle but significant ways. Beyond emotional sensations, these spiritual connections can manifest physically. A sudden shiver or an inexplicable warmth may accompany a persistent thought about someone, signaling that the person's energy is present in your spiritual field. This kind of energy projection creates a subconscious bond that influences not only your thoughts but also your physical reactions, demonstrating the depth of these connections. These experiences remind us that our reality is shaped not just by what we see and hear but also by the energies that circulate around us. However, not all energetic connections are beneficial. Sometimes, persistent thoughts about someone may indicate an energetic bond that is draining your energy, especially if the person in question is projecting negative energies. These bonds can be detrimental to emotional and spiritual well-being, making it essential to practice techniques for energetic cleansing. This might include meditation, the use of crystals, or even spiritual protection rituals, which help restore balance and protect your personal energy, preventing these harmful bonds from negatively influencing your life. On the other hand, when persistent thoughts are associated with a healthy spiritual connection, it can be an opportunity to deepen these bonds and explore the lessons this connection can offer. If you find yourself frequently thinking about someone who has a positive impact on your life, such as a mentor or spiritual guide, it may indicate that this person plays an important role in your spiritual growth journey. Cultivating this connection, whether through meaningful conversations or joint spiritual practices, can help expand your consciousness and strengthen your energetic ties. A connection with another soul can emerge in unexpected ways, bringing forth a sense of familiarity that defies logic. Often, this feeling of instant closeness isn't limited to the present, it's as if an ancient bond is resurfacing. In some cultures and beliefs, this experience is seen as a reunion between souls who have known each other in past lives, members of a soul family returning to continue their journey together. These interactions awaken in us a deep recognition that goes beyond words and rational understanding. This spiritual bond can manifest in moments of silence, where simply being in the other's presence is enough to feel an inner resonance. It's not uncommon for these soul connections to translate into an exchange of energies as natural as breathing. A twin flame, for instance, represents a type of soul connection where two beings complement each other perfectly, though the path to this union can be fraught with challenges. These experiences act like mirrors, reflecting our own energies and inviting us to explore deeper layers of ourselves. But not everything is simple when it comes to soul connections. The intensity of this type of relationship can bring forth emotions and patterns that have been dormant, requiring both individuals to possess a significant level of maturity and self-awareness. When these souls meet, there's a mutual awakening of forces that can both heal and challenge. It's in this process that true spiritual transformation occurs, often requiring internal work to balance the energies that emerge from this connection. What may seem like a simple friendship or relationship can actually be a path to spiritual growth. Communication between these souls goes beyond verbal expression. There's a natural synchronicity that manifests in small gestures, glances, or even in the absence of words. In some cases, words seem unnecessary, as mutual understanding occurs on a deeper level. This energetic connection, which binds the souls in an invisible bond, can be felt in the form of shared thoughts or emotions, where one understands the other with almost intuitive ease. It's as if both souls are tuned to the same frequency, vibrating in harmony. However, it's essential to recognize that this intensity can sometimes be overwhelming. When a soul connection arises, it can provoke drastic changes in the lives of both parties. Twin souls, for example, may meet during times of great transitions, where the presence of one another serves as a catalyst for profound internal changes. In this sense, it's vital to allow oneself the time and space to integrate the transformations that this connection can bring. Meditation, for instance, can be a powerful tool to balance energies and process shared experiences. The recognition of this connection can happen suddenly, like an insight, or it can develop slowly over time. Regardless of the form, these soul connections have the potential to guide us toward a broader understanding of ourselves and the world around us. They remind us that we are part of something greater, a web of interconnected energies that transcends the individual. When these souls reunite, there's an energetic exchange that can be transformative, both on a personal and spiritual level. When someone occupies your thoughts continuously, it can be a direct reflection of an energetic bond you share with that person. These bonds are like invisible threads connecting the energies of two souls, creating a subtle yet powerful communication that influences not only your thoughts but also your emotions. In many spiritual traditions, it's believed that these energetic bonds are formed through meaningful interactions and can strengthen over time, especially when there is a constant exchange of energy between the involved parties. Often, these energetic bonds form unconsciously. You may not even realize it, but by intensely thinking about someone, you are projecting your energy towards that person, creating a bond that can be felt even at a distance. This type of bond can be so strong that you begin to feel the other person's emotions as if they were your own, and this can happen even without any physical contact. It's as if there's an energetic bridge allowing the exchange of feelings and thoughts between the two souls, regardless of the physical space that separates them. When these energetic connections are positive, they can bring a sense of support and well-being, almost as if you're being enveloped in a network of love and understanding. Imagine, for example, thinking of a dear friend who is far away and feeling a wave of warmth or comfort. This is a sign that the energetic bond between you is active, providing a channel for the exchange of positive energies. Conversely, if this bond is fueled by negative emotions, it can have a detrimental impact on your well-being, creating a sense of discomfort or even anxiety. It's important to note that these energetic bonds aren't limited to romantic or familial relationships. They can form in any significant interaction, whether with friends, coworkers, or even with people you admire from a distance. When you frequently think about a public figure, for example, you may be creating an energetic bond with them, where your energy is directed toward that person, even if they aren't aware of it. This illustrates how our thoughts and intentions can have a much wider reach than we might imagine, impacting not just our lives but also the lives of others. One of the biggest challenges when it comes to energetic bonds is learning to manage them effectively. Not all bonds are healthy or desirable, and some can even be harmful if not handled carefully. Techniques for energetic cleansing, such as herbal baths, the use of incense, or guided meditations, can be extremely effective for cutting negative energetic bonds and restoring balance. These rituals help release the energies that no longer serve you, allowing you to reconnect with your own center and reclaim your inner strength. Energetic bonds can also be a source of great learning. When someone is constantly in your thoughts, it might be an invitation to look deeper within yourself and understand what this connection is trying to teach you. There may be a lesson of detachment, forgiveness, or self-understanding that needs to be integrated. Instead of simply trying to push these thoughts away, it can be helpful to reflect on what this connection reveals about your own needs and desires. This introspection can open doors to significant personal growth.
Often, the persistent thoughts we have about someone can be driven simply by personal interest. When our curiosity or desire for someone intensifies, our mind tends to focus on that person, creating a cycle of thought that seems difficult to break. This interest can arise from various sources, such as physical attraction, deep admiration, or even the need to understand better who this person is and how they fit into our lives. These thoughts, although frequent, don't always reflect a deep spiritual connection but rather a reflection of our own desires and curiosities. Personal interest can often be mistaken for a deeper connection, especially when thoughts about this person become recurrent. It's natural that, when we are interested in someone, our mind constantly seeks information or interactions that fit that desire. This repetitive thought process can be useful in some contexts, such as when we are making an effort to get to know someone we want in our lives better. However, it's crucial to distinguish between a healthy interest and an obsession that can become draining and even harmful. For example, if you are in a new relationship and find yourself constantly thinking about the other person, it might be a sign that you are genuinely interested and engaged in building a deeper bond. In this case, these thoughts can motivate positive actions, such as the desire to spend more time together, learn more about the person's interests and values, and strengthen the emotional connection you share. However, if these thoughts begin to dominate your mind to the point of interfering with your daily responsibilities or emotional well-being, it might be a sign that personal interest is turning into something more intense, requiring careful reflection. Another common scenario is when our interest in someone is rooted in a need for validation or approval. Perhaps this person represents something we desire for ourselves, such as success, popularity, or a specific lifestyle. In this case, our persistent thoughts might not be so much about the person themselves but about what they symbolize in our minds. This type of projection can be misleading, as it creates an idealized image that might not correspond to reality. It's important, then, to recognize when we are projecting our own desires onto someone and try to separate the real person from the fantasy we've created in our minds. Self-awareness is fundamental in this process. Understanding why we are so interested in someone allows us to distinguish between authentic interest and a projection of our own needs. A useful exercise can be journaling, where you write down your thoughts and feelings about this person, exploring the underlying reasons for this interest. By doing this, you might discover that what seems like an obsession is actually a reflection of something you desire for yourself, such as more love, security, or recognition. The impact of this personal interest on our spiritual life shouldn't be underestimated. When our thoughts are constantly focused on someone, it can divert our energy from other important areas of our life, including our spiritual practice. This is why it's crucial to balance personal interest with other priorities, ensuring that this focus doesn't cause us to lose sight of our larger goals. Practices like meditation and regular reflection can help maintain this balance, allowing us to appreciate the interest we have in someone without letting it consume us entirely.
Dealing with persistent thoughts can be challenging, especially when they are related to a specific person. When these thoughts begin to dominate your mind, it's essential to adopt techniques to manage them effectively. One powerful approach is to strengthen your spiritual connection with yourself, allowing you to understand the origin of these thoughts and manage them consciously. Often, these thoughts are fueled by energetic bonds that need to be balanced, and this can be achieved through practices that promote energetic cleansing and reconnection with your own essence. An effective technique for managing these thoughts is meditation. By setting aside a few minutes each day to meditate, you can create an inner space of silence where obsessive thoughts lose their strength. During meditation, you can visualize releasing these thoughts, imagining them as clouds dissipating in the sky, allowing your mind to regain clarity and peace. This practice not only helps reduce the intensity of persistent thoughts but also strengthens your ability to focus on other important aspects of your life, such as your spiritual and emotional growth. Another method for managing these thoughts is through establishing clear mental boundaries. When you notice your mind repeatedly returning to someone, practice self-affirmation, reminding yourself that you have the power to direct your thoughts where you want. This can be done through mantras or positive phrases that help redirect your energy toward more constructive goals. For example, whenever a persistent thought arises, you might say to yourself, "I am in control of my thoughts and choose to focus on what brings me well-being." Over time, this practice helps weaken the subconscious bonds that fuel these thoughts, promoting greater mental balance. Additionally, it's important to question the nature of these thoughts. Ask yourself if they truly reflect a spiritual bond or if they are merely the result of a personal interest that is being amplified by your mind. This reflection can reveal that, often, these persistent thoughts are based on assumptions or unmet desires and not necessarily on a deep energetic connection. By identifying the true origin of these thoughts, you can work to transform or release them, depending on what is healthiest for you. Engaging in activities that involve both mind and body can also be an excellent way to manage these thoughts. Physical exercises, such as yoga or outdoor walks, help release accumulated energy and reduce stress, providing a healthy distraction and promoting a state of inner balance. These activities not only improve your physical well-being but also help reorient your mind, allowing you to temporarily disconnect from persistent thoughts and reconnect with the present moment. When persistent thoughts are associated with a genuine spiritual connection, it's important to approach them with compassion and understanding. Instead of trying to suppress them, allow yourself to explore what they are trying to communicate. Perhaps there's a message or a lesson to be learned through this experience. However, this doesn't mean you should let these thoughts dominate your mind. Instead, acknowledge them, learn from them, and then allow them to dissipate, trusting that your intuition will know when it's time to act or when it's time to let go. Writing practices, such as journaling, can be extremely helpful in this process. By writing down your thoughts and feelings, you create a safe space to process and reflect on your experiences. This can help clarify what these thoughts really mean to you and how you can manage them more effectively. Additionally, by rereading your notes over time, you may notice patterns or changes in how you deal with these thoughts, which can indicate your personal and spiritual growth. Another effective approach is to seek external support, such as talking with a spiritual mentor or a trusted friend. Sometimes, verbalizing your thoughts can provide a new perspective, helping you better understand the situation and find solutions that might not have been obvious initially. Moreover, sharing your experiences with someone who understands your spiritual journey can offer comfort and encouragement, reinforcing the idea that you are not alone in this process. Finally, it's essential to remember that managing persistent thoughts is an ongoing practice. It's not about achieving a state of perfection but rather about learning to navigate these challenges consciously and balancedly. Over time, and with regular practice of techniques such as meditation, self-affirmation, and physical activities, you will become more skilled at managing your thoughts and maintaining your inner balance, regardless of external circumstances. And by doing so, you will be better prepared to apply all this knowledge to other areas of your life, such as a deeper understanding of the spiritual meaning of constantly thinking about someone. Understanding the spiritual meaning behind these persistent thoughts opens the door to profound transformations in your life. What will you do with this new awareness? Perhaps it's time to apply these lessons and cultivate healthier and more conscious connections. Reflect on the energies you are exchanging with those around you and ask yourself, are these connections truly elevating my soul? The decision is in your hands, and the power to shape your reality begins with the awareness you now possess. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to continue exploring these mysteries and deepen your spiritual journey. Understanding the importance of managing persistent thoughts is just the beginning. Imagine the impact of mastering control over your energy field. The video, Unlock the Secrets to Controlling Your Energy Field, reveals powerful techniques and hidden knowledge that can transform the way you interact with the world around you. By applying these practices alongside what you've already learned, you'll be on the path to shaping your reality even more effectively. Don't miss the opportunity to explore these skills that can elevate your life to a whole new level.